Bandit onesie.
Oh, okay. I forgot to hit the mics thing. I just immediately started going into the whole talkie thing, not realizing, oh yeah, I can't transition the mics over. I hate that you have to like individually do that. It's like I should be able to transition the scene and the mics are working. You know?
Can. That's
You
what I
can?
do all
How?
the time.
How?
You just have to have them built into different scenes.
Oh, no. I don't swap scenes. I transit like I have nested scenes that I use. Okay.
Yeah,
Never mind. Just
you're the one who taught me how to set that up.
yeah. But like I don't they're all part of the same scene. I don't move from one scene to the next scene. I don't have Anime Church intro and then Anime Church itself. I don't have it like that. It's not how it's set up for me. But also I have to run like multiple freaking things. So I have okay, so that's four. I have 16 scenes for 3 shows.
Fair.
Yeah, it's insane the amount of shit I have to put together because a lot of that is nested stuff, nested scenes. Oh, cool. I don't have to keep this on. Oh, dope. Okay, so I can just look at OBS this entire time. That's beautiful. All right. So yeah, we got a lot that we're gonna talk about, but welcome to Anime Church. We fuck up. In this particular instance, Moon did a thing. You want to tell him what you did, or rather, didn't do?
Oh, I didn't watch the latest episode of Tower of God, so I am rectifying that right now.
I think it came out at. I think Tower of God comes out at like 10:30.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, like 10:30 or 11:30.
It's not that I didn't
your
have time to watch it. I just didn't think about watching it.
Yeah, he's. We only have one show that we're reviewing this week because we haven't figured out what shows from this season we should watch. Which is a thing. But also, I'd like to go ahead and point out that in Fat Dog related news, we do have a voting poll going on right now. If you want to cast your vote to make Moon watch a particular show, there are 5 currently up for vote. Moon, you want to take a guess as to how many votes we've gotten so far?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 or 400.
Oh, wow! I was not ready for that. That's you're gonna have to raise that a little higher, my dude.
What?
Yeah,
500?
We're at 525. As of right now, we are at 525. Also, Freerun pulling in and knocking Apothecary Diaries into 3rd place. So right
Holy
now,
shit.
the shows that we're looking at are Apothecary Diaries, Freerun, Imminence and Shadow, Dark Gathering, and Bocchi the Rock. Currently, Apothecary Diaries is at 21% in 3rd place. Freerun suddenly got a last-minute boost, or a boost last night, I guess. Freerun is at 23%. Eminence and Shadow is sitting at a very comfortable 45% up in 1st place and has been in 1st place since this whole thing. Apparently, there's a lot of people that want you to watch Eminence, and I can understand why. Like, It's silly, but like in kind of a funny, goofy way. And also, the action scenes are insane. Like, when they go hard on all the isekai stuff, they go hard. Like, it's so funny how much like this main character accidentals things correctly. It's kind of the opposite of Subaru from ReZero, where the guy just doesn't learn. It's like the main character's not trying to learn anything. He's just doing. He's just acting out his delusional fantasy, and he just happens to accidental everything right. That's kind of how it is, but it's done in such a neat way, and yeah. But yeah.
Wait. So is he like one of those Chunibyo kind of people?
Yes and no. His whole thing is. Oh my god. Okay, so we have a conversation right now happening in the comments of this poll. Yui said, "Watch cringe is my power," aka Eminence and Shadow. To which Kyrie replied, "Why would you purposefully go against me, baby? I thought we had something special." Sorry, baby. What did you pick? I totally suggest that more. I changed my vote now. I suggested we watch Apothecary Diaries. Lol. So we have Kyrie and Yui both going at it in the comments. It's great. Oh man. So yeah, if you would like to have him watch Cringe is My Power, aka Eminence in Shadow, or Apothecary Diaries, or Freerin, or Dark Gathering, or Bocchi the Rock, all of these are really good series, by the way. Very good series. And honestly, probably what will happen is we'll watch all of Eminence in Shadow, and what ends up in second and third place, we'll probably watch those two, so we get another round of voting and get some newer entries in at a later point. I mean, this like those three series should easily cover like a month or two, because we're not spending like forever watching these shows. We don't have that kind of time. It's what it is, Moon only has so much time to give, and it is what it is. Somebody's comment: Eminence in Shadow isn't bad, but in the end, it isn't that different from any other OP shonen anime. Freerin and Apothecary Diary are much better overall. Look, I understand that, but this is true democracy. We're gonna go with what wins, and then we'll watch second and third place. If you're okay with that, it is your show. The watch along stuff is your thing, so you can make that call. But it would definitely be easier to do it that way.
Make what call? Sorry.
If we're gonna watch the second and third place ones afterwards and not have them keep being in the voting thing, that way we don't have to post a new poll every time.
Yeah, I'll do the second and third place after the first.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That way we just have
that makes
and
it.
then we'll
That makes
set up another.
Yeah.
vote.
That way we know what's coming down the pipeline. Honestly, the only reason I'm doing the vote is because we didn't post it
Also-
on YouTube last time. We left it as a Discord only thing, which, by the way, guys, come join our Discord so you can watch with us.
Mhm.
Oh, and lastly, Moon, in case people actually show up and stay,
Don't get drunk.
well, yes, also that. Don't say hi every time somebody joins the call. Because if we actually get 10 or more people, it's going to get old real fast, both for you and for everybody else. Because they're like, you don't have to stop and say hi. Keep watching the show. We want you to watch the show. Like, you will get that the internet is full of mean people. I'm just letting you know. I know you're trying to be friendly. I know. But, like, the reason they're jumping in is because of that. Also, guys, if you don't like watching a series dubbed, that sucks for you. The whole thing is we're watching the anime, and if Moon doesn't want to read and actually wants to pay attention to the show, he can do that. It's his call. So if you don't want to see these dubbed, even though, yes, I understand, with Overlord and with Eminence in Shadow, I've watched them all sub because that was the language I was introduced to them in. If he wants to watch it dubbed, that's cool. I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to watch the show, and I'm going to see what the English cast did with it. It's not a big. I sat through all of season 1 of Overlord in dub, and I'd never watched it dubbed before. And I thought they did a pretty all right job. Yeah, it felt a little weird because I missed my Japanese voice actors, but it's not that bad. We know which series to avoid watching dub, and we know which series you absolutely must watch dub. I don't care what anybody says. You watch Yu Yu Hakusho dubbed. You do not watch it subbed. It is not the same. It is the same for Cowboy Bebop. Dub over sub on Cowboy Bebop. Most everything else, I'll be like, yeah, watch it subbed. It's pretty good. But yeah, Ghost Stories. Yeah, watch the dub for Ghost Stories. It's fucking amazing. There is no comparison because Ghost Stories is just like legit abridged. The Apothecary Diaries' dub is actually pretty good. Oh, thanks for letting us know, Arc Knight. That sounds pretty cool. I have not seen it dubbed. I know the sub. It's gonna be so. It's gonna be so weird when we finally get to Kyrie checking out Apothecary Diaries with you, and we're gonna be like, all right, it's a new experience. What? We're watching it dubbed. But it is all right. Here's the joke. I'm making this joke about like all the dubs, but it's ultimately up to Moon if he wants to watch it dubbed or subbed. It is ultimately Moon's call. If you don't like that, we understand, but we're not gonna change just because you prefer to see it some way. So I'm letting everybody in advance know that if Moon chooses to watch a show dubbed, I'm going to make an announcement saying, hey, we're watching this show, but it's going to be dubbed. If you don't want to watch along with us, we understand. But Moon would like to spend his time actually seeing the show and not trying to read subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Can't
honestly,
blame him for
with
that.
Tower of God, I would wait. I would if it were up to me, I
Mhm.
would kind of wait for the dub because I fell in love with the dub, especially
Okay.
Crocodile.
Oh, the crocodile. I have not
Oh,
seen
I love
Tower of
him.
God dubbed.
His
I have
dub.
not seen
Oh,
it
him
dubbed.
dubbed is hilarious because he sounds exactly like my impression of him. What is the black turtle doing? Ugh. He's hilarious.
No, he's hilarious in both versions. I'm good.
Oh,
Happy
surely.
Thanksgiving.
But yeah, definitely
Where?
check out.
Who's
Wait,
celebrating
what?
Thanksgiving? Is Canada celebrating Thanksgiving? Is that what's going on right now? Our Thanksgiving isn't like until like a month and some change later.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Thanksgiving is like the third Thursday in November. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. Okay, cool. Yeah. That makes more sense. I was like, oh, dude, happy Thanksgiving. I was like, wait, I I didn't think that Canadian Thanksgiving was a month and a half ahead of ours. I thought it was a little bit closer, at least like closer toward the end of October, not in the middle of it. Oh well, that's all good. We got a Halloween coming up. That's the important thing. But yeah, we got a lot of news to cover. Well, not a lot from what we normally do. A decent amount of news. It's a decent amount of news. Yeah. A lot of it is just going to be stuff that we found that was fun and we wanted to talk about. So things like the first two stories, or the first and third story, absolutely. The whole Venom and Busta Rhymes thing. I thought that was just really funny and entertaining and cute, and I was like, let's just talk about this for a second. So it was a little
Hmm.
commercial, and then of course, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Voice Play, they are an a cappella group. Right now, they are four members, and they usually have a feature with someone. They have done a lot of really good a cappella covers of like different songs, and they have their own original stuff. But they did an a cappella cover of Thriller for spooky season. And yeah, it was really good. I know there are probably plenty of people out there that do covers of Thriller. I just haven't heard them. I've only heard the Michael Jackson stuff, and I did not know that Michael Jackson's Thriller is the same age as me. We both came out the same year, only I was earlier, probably by a few months. But yeah, his album, his Thriller album, the single, all that stuff came out the same year. And now that I've officially dated myself on the carbon dating scale, yeah, there we go. So those are two fun things we're going to talk about. We have one sad thing. We have some news. And then, of course, we have some of the nerdy when we talk about games and anime. I mean, it's all nerdy news here, but yeah. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about, some fun to be had. And unfortunately, I'm going to have Moon more engaged than usual, which is kind of a bummer because he's trying to watch the show, but I have to have him engaged with these stories, so I'm kind of just vamping. So at this point, I'm going to talk to the audience for a bit while you catch up. Is that good?
Sure.
All right. So, audience Chan, how are you today? Uh, New York freeze. What is? Okay. Andresalina, I gotta ask you. You post a lot of stuff that is just kind of you're kind of just sharing like things, ideas, and stuff. And a lot of the time, it's not necessarily involved with the topics that we're discussing. Are you helping us with engagement? Is that what's going on? When will we get Slime episode 10? Oh, good God. When people actually start watching episode 9. But no, I'm kidding. Slime episode 10 will happen. I have not. I've started scripting it, but I've taken a break on scripting it because I've had to work on Konosuba, which we're now moving from the video editing phase into the audio editing phase. So we're gonna be moving that over to audio, which reminds me, I need to contact Blex after the show and let him know, hey, I gotta send you a bunch of pickups, but you're taking over for here. Also, I think we're gonna do a final pass. I need to reach out to someone about the final pass, making sure that certain things are good. That's all. I don't know why I said it like that. I just like good. I like saying it like that. But it gives it a level of emphasis that it doesn't really have, like something's bad or something. But yeah, I'm finishing up Konosuba. That's going to be the next major thing out from my production side of Fat Dog. And then, of course, following up right after that will be Solo Leveling Abridged Episode 2, which we've got quite a few ideas, and we're mostly into the scripting for that. I'd say we're about 3/4 of the way done with scripting on Solo Leveling Episode 2. And then after that, I'll be working on Slime 10. So, yeah. Only reason I am subscribed is because of Rimuru. Gotcha. Which, by the way, what did you think of the song at the end of episode 9? That was the reason why it was so delayed, was it took us forever to get that song put together. That's basically it. And honestly, I think it ended up being for our benefit because we had a scene that we were going to use as the end. It could have been better, the song. Oh, wow. Ouch. But what was it? Was it the singing, the production, all that, or was it the lyrics? Because I'll take personal critiques of menu. When will I make Menu Sama? I'm not gonna make Menu Sama.
That says ASMR.
Oh, what are you gonna make Menu ASMR? Oh, because it's Menu's birthday. No. Are you guys responsible for the solo sister abridging? No, but we do know those guys. And funny story, we share a voice actress in common. So the actual sister in that abridged series is someone who works with us and does voice work for our abridged content. And we're using her as the voice for our sister. We're two separate ones, but we have ideas for like couple episodes in the future, bringing those guys in on board to as kind of a wink, like, hey, we know and it's okay. We like each other. We like their content. They're funny, and yeah, there's a potential collab with them in the future. But no, we are not those guys. They're very funny. Don't get it twisted. But we are a little different. We have like a full episode that's like 15 minutes long, and it covers the first 2 episodes. No, I liked it, but I expected more from you. Oh, okay. Well, ouch. Well, I can understand from the 3-year wait. Are you talking about the song or the episode? Because if you're talking about the episode, I absolutely agree. You guys have to remember the scripting, the recording, and everything for that episode. All of it was finished and finalized, and the actual show was done over 2.5 years ago. It's just taken us almost 3 years to get the song together because life happened, unfortunately. I agree it wasn't worth almost 3 years of waiting. I absolutely agree on that. And I said as much before we released it. I go, guys, this is not going to be worth the wait. It was delayed by life events that were outside of our control. And yeah, that was the biggest issue that was stopping it. It wasn't our passion. It wasn't our drive. It wasn't Did we honestly Slime 9? If everything had been firing on all cylinders and we'd gotten everything together, Slime 9 would have been out probably 3 months after Slime 8. But because we've had so much time, I've had a lot of chances to actually sit down and work and rework a bunch of ideas for season 2. So yeah, I'm looking really. You watched a bit more of Alia. Oh, Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Yeah, I have not watched that series. I have no excuse. It just wasn't my like all the stuff that I'd seen or heard about it. It just wasn't my thing. And I had so much stuff that I was already watching. So yeah. By the way, guys, what are you guys watching this season? What has been the show that you were most looking forward to as a sequel? Because we got a lot of sequels coming up going on right now. We've got Shangri-La Frontier season 2. We've got Blue Lock season 2, Danmachi 5, like 1,000 Year Blood War Part 3. There's so many sequel things. What has been a new entry in this season that you've been really looking forward to? Also, it's not technically. We've had the Ranma remake coming out, and I need to watch that episode. Also, holy shit, we've got to talk about. I think we're just gonna cover the whole thing when all the episodes are out, but we're gonna be talking about at some point Vox Machina season 3. We'll talk about that. Like I have watched the first 3 episodes. I need to watch 4 through 6. But yeah. Yeah, Vox Machina season 3. That's where we're at. Alrighty. Yeah, I can riff, I can spaz. Wrong way to use healing magic? Oh, that's a good anime. I like that. Wait, is that happening right now? Is that a fall season? I mean this season, like fall 2024. I know the thing I'm probably looking forward to the most in winter 2025 right now is probably Solo Leveling season 2. In production. Oh, it's in production. Yeah. So there's more wrong way to use healing magic. I like that series. I think it was interesting. It was definitely a different concept on how to actually use healing magic. I don't think that was the wrong way to do it. I honestly don't. Shangri-La Frontier and Don Don. Okay, you're here for Don Don. I get it. I watched the first episode. I was like, kind of like, I was just sitting there watching it, and I just felt like, what is this? What? Like, I get that I get the appeal that some people might have for it, but it's just like, maybe I'm getting old and out of touch, but I'm just like, it doesn't hit the same notes for me. Like, the one that I'm really attached to right now that I just, if you've gone on Netflix and checked out Blue Box, I like that one. That's really, really good. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, please do. The animation is, holy shit, the animation is amazing. Not to mention, it's just a really good story. I mean, 2 episodes, you're going to be looking at it like, really? This is the one you push? I'm like, give it a second. Trust me on this. It's a slow burn, but it's a good one. It's a genuine. It's also going to throw everybody off. When you watch this, you're like, what is this? It's a genuine romance. So I'm like, yeah. And then the funny thing is when you find out that it's Shonen Jump and you're like, this is Shonen Jump? And I'm like, I know, right? What the frick? But yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment with that. Uh, any other series you guys are watching from this season? Arifureta season 3 is coming out tomorrow. I believe so. Let me check real quick. Arifureta season 3. See, the thing is, he hasn't watched Arifureta, and I've read all the light novels, so I kind of know what's coming down the pipe. There are specific episodes that I'm looking forward to, and then I'm just going to binge the whole thing just so I can do it. Because I do want to see... Okay. I need to rewatch Spirit Chronicles because I forgot all of it. I just remember that I liked it. Okay, Arifureta. Is Arifureta happening? I don't know. Is it today or tomorrow? Which one is it coming out at? Where is Arifureta? Or it could be later in the week. I don't know. Dude, this site that I'm using to check when certain shows start popping up is not the most reliable. Maybe I should just go on Crunchyroll News and look there. Overlord movie. Yeah, that's coming out this time around. Okay, so the fall 2024 lineup, because today is the 13th. That's when a lot of stuff airs. Oh, 365 Days to the Wedding is kind of neat. Arifureta Season 3. Yep, tomorrow, October 14th. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy do. I'm also enjoying Reincarnated Aristocrat Season 2. I'm gonna give Don to Don another chance. Like, the first episode didn't wow me, but that's okay. It was funny. It's just like the occult stuff isn't really like my jam, you know? I know that it's not supposed to be taken seriously, but like, I don't know. My speed of like occult comedy is more like Mob Psycho 100. That's where my occult comedy is, cuz at least half of it is taken seriously. This just felt like, not necessarily that they're making fun of it, but like it's just, it's not seriously. Like, they're taking the piss. That's the best way to put it. You Are Miss Servant. Yeah, that's that. I've watched the first episode of that. That's funny. I still need to watch Yakuza Fiance, like the first episode of that. I don't know what it's about. But yeah, tomorrow is when it happens. You'll be cosplaying as Rin Tosaka for Halloween. Tosaka from Fate, from the Fate series, like Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel, like that Rin Tosaka. I think I'm remembering the character correctly. I cannot be 100% sure. But yeah. Alrighty. Any other topics you guys want to cover real quick? Yeah. Feel free to ask me questions, guys. If you have questions, Fat Dog related, anime related, gaming related, things like that, you're welcome to. Dude, I dove back into Halo Infinite last night, and that's probably why I didn't go to sleep on time. But yeah, I was in Halo Infinite for a while, and then I went, had my shower, came back here. You guys review manga too? Oh yeah. I can review manga if you guys want. Like, absolutely. I do read quite a bit, which reminds me, I need to check Shonen Jump. Is the One Piece stuff out right now? Yes. I think new One Piece chapters are out, which is good. I can do some reviews, my guys. Absolutely do some reviews. Oh, I'm two chapters behind on One Piece. Okay, good to know. Now, as far as Shonen Jump stuff, I'm reading One Piece, Kagurabachi, Jujutsu Kaisen, Kaiju number 8, Yuri Dragon, and Blue Box. Right now, those are the ones that I am currently reading. However, there are some that I have removed that I have finished, but I have finished all of Dr. Stone, I've finished all of Mashal, I've finished all of My Hero Academia, and I've finished all of Haikyuu. World Trigger and Blue Exorcist are on there. I need to read Seraph of the End and Platinum End. We Never Learn. I should be checking that out. Did you guys know that Twin Star Exorcist was actually Shonen Jump? Because I didn't. Did I catch the Tea Kettle's return stream last night? No. I didn't. I'm happy that Henya is back. I am glad that my tea is finally brewing. But most VTubers, I catch their VODs. I don't actually have time to actually watch their streams. Which is funny because like Yui is the first VTuber I've actually like seriously watched live, and it's because she's a friend. You know, she's a friend. Like we have an actual connection with Yui, whereas like, you know, I get it. I absolutely get like the whole VTuber idol Oshi culture thing. I absolutely understand that. Sorry, I'm further back from my mic for a second because I was trying to get these shoes on my feet. And I had to lean back to get my toes in them. Anyhow, I get it, but I'm not usually one of those people that watches it live. I prefer to just watch them and like keep the comment section out of it, you know? But there's a lot of people that typically they respond to in the comments, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I get it. Like I absolutely get, and like you should interact with your chat. I'm doing it right now, for God's sakes. But generally, you know, I like to catch the clips and the VODs. Watch it on my own time. You can't finish what?
No, I finished. I said,
oh,
okay,
you
I
did
finished.
finish. Oh, I thought you said you can't finish. Gotcha. The Hunters Guild. Oh, Red Hood. Gotcha. Yeah. Chainsaw Man. I read the first like major section of Chainsaw Man, like all the stuff that the anime is currently going, and then after that whole arc, I don't want to spoil things for anybody who is an anime only, but like the current act, I guess, because it's not an arc. I would say it's an act. Act 1. I've read all of that, and I'm like, okay, I know generally the story that the anime is headed in for that series. Cool. All right, so
A needle pulling thread.
not right now. They're not. Alrighty. Now that we are set up and ready, we've got less than an hour and a half to get through all this news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I think we can pull it off.
easy.
Especially in the beginning stuff. It's not going to be that. All right. So now that we're here, let's start Anime Church properly. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to Anime Church, guys. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
And I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
And sadly, we are missing Fenris Arun, our patron saint of snackos and alcohol today. He is
But
currently
you
out
can
of town.
send him your support by eating your own snackos and alcohol.
You don't eat alcohol, you drink it.
Shh.
Well,
Jello
no,
shots.
not that. No. Oh, Jello shot, gross, dude. Get with the times.
It's an alcohol you eat.
No, it's not. It's an alcohol you slurp. Get with the times. If you're gonna eat your alcohol, vodka gummy bears. They're like gushers, but the gushy center is way more intense. Way more intense. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about some nerdy news. In fun stuff, guys, who's looking forward to the next Venom? I forgot that's coming out later this month. And also, Beetlejuice is now out on demand. So for rent or to own digitally if you like doing said things. But yeah, Venom: The Last Dance, they had a thing go out. And it was really interesting because like we got Busta Rhymes here and then Venom going back in. And if you're familiar with like some old school hip hop, this is the beat for Break Your Neck. But yeah, this brought me back. And then of course, obviously it's product placement right here. Monster Energy drink. He takes it and then he just starts rapping. Venom just starts rapping. Way to go, Tom Hardy, for just rapping on this track. It makes me wonder if this is going to be in the actual soundtrack or not. But I like it because it's very kind of this Venom character that they've created in this Sonyverse is very on brand for him. And it just felt fun. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, more fun advertisement. Yes, more fun advertisement for a movie. No offense, but it isn't just Ryan Reynolds. We can't just saturate the market with Ryan Reynolds. As much as I love Deadpool and Wolverine. Moon, what'd you think about this?
thought it was fun. It was a really fun advertisement, I guess.
Yeah, I love the beat for this song. I forgot how much I love the beat for this.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. And props to Busta Rhymes for jumping in on this, and then the funny part, of course, at the end.
Did he just unleash the beast of Mario?
Yeah, he just unleashed the bus. And then Tom Hardy just walks out.
Yeah,
He
the way
just had
he's
to
walking
unleash
too,
the
it looks
beast.
like he shat himself.
He's kind of walking a little like Shaggy. Also, that is the same outfit from the end of the last movie, and also his outfit at the post-credit scene for Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Also, I didn't say like Shaggy. I said it looks like he shat himself.
No, I know, but I said I was also saying he walked kind of like Shaggy. I heard what you
A
said.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah. It's just like really cute, really fun marketing, and I thought it'd be interesting to share. So guys, if you want to check it out for yourself, because I know you couldn't hear it, you could only see it, make sure to click the links in the description. All of our stories, the sources for all of it is linked in the description. We are just gathering some news that we happen to like. There's probably more out there that we couldn't talk about because of time, or because it's not something that we necessarily would cover because it's not our particular interest. We do have a bit of a bias, but hey, at least we admit it, unlike some other news networks. That being said, we're going to move on to the next one. All right, let's talk Dungeons and Dragons, Moon.
Hold on, let me roll an initiative.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me grab my dice real quick, my dude. By the way, did I tell you? You've seen my dice bag, right? Have I shown you my dice bag?
I don't think so.
It is Windbreaker. My dice bag is like Toon Link and Toon Zelda from Windbreaker.
Nice. No, you haven't.
Oh, okay. I'll have to show you that sometime. I still have those wax dice, by the way. It's pretty dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So, Dungeons & Dragons' new Netflix success after a $208 million disappointment shows Honor Among Thieves 2 must happen. Now, I disagree with them saying the sequel. Would it be cool if it happened? Yes. Do I think the studio is going to do it? No. Now,
Well,
it's not a hell no, but it's definitely a no, considering how much it bombed. However, Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves was a big fantasy movie from Paramount, but its disappointing box office shouldn't end the chances for a sequel. And then they list some of the cast. Unfortunately, though, the film was faithful to the spirit of Dungeons. Unfortunately, though the film was faithful to the spirit of Dungeons and Dragons, it wasn't an overwhelming success at the box office. Despite this, there are substantial reasons why the franchise should get another chance and approve a sequel. While the harsh realities about the future of Honor Among Thieves 2 make it unlikely that a continuation of Edgin and his friends' stories will hit the big screen, not all hope is lost. Like so many fantasy movies that trend on Netflix after box office misses, Honor Among Thieves has found new life on streaming and has reached a wide and excited audience base. As viewership expands and interest in a potential sequel grows, there's a clear path forward for Honor Among Thieves 2. Investing in a sequel might be a risk, but it could also pay off. So for those of you that don't know or haven't heard, this is on Netflix outside of North America, and it is blowing up on Netflix. Rightfully so. This is a very, very good movie. I enjoyed it. The things that really hurt it, number one, is all the bullshit that Wizards of the Coast was up to before this. And so there was a big boycott of this movie. And even though Wizards kind of pulled back on their stuff and acquiesced, the damage was done. Like, Wizard is a big proponent of getting in their own way. Mm-hmm. They are just determined to self-sabotage. That was a big thing. The other thing was the misconception about this movie. So many people who I talked to and were like, you should check this out. They're like, I don't play D&D. I don't think I'd get it. And it's like, you don't need to. This is kind of very much an intro to D&D. Nobody's telling you to sit down for 4 hours and listen to Matt Mercer DM. Even though it's epic, we understand. Not all people have that kind of time. But this is a good intro to that. You don't have to understand all the rules. You don't have to walk into the theater with the player's freaking handbook. It kind of explains things as it goes on. They live in this world. Nobody's rolling dice. If you want an explanation of just the most basic, bare bones explanation of what Dungeons and Dragons is, may I recommend our Goblin Slayer one-shot? Shameless plug. But yeah, that was D&D based. Or just fucking pay attention to Krusty in Log Horizon Abridged at all. Another shameless plug.
Also, if you really want to have a good time, you could like maybe get a little tipsy, watch it with a big group of friends, and have one person who is the main guy who's like, I play all D&D, blah, blah, blah. Have him sit there and just be like, so that's this spell. That's this spell. No, that guy did this.
Have a. You don't have to get drunk. You could just be buzzed, but just drink and watch this movie with a DM. And afterwards, after the movie, so that we're not pausing the movie or disrupting the movie to have everything explained, just ask your questions after the movie. Be like, have an after movie thing, because then technically you're watching it twice, because the person is going through, he, she, they, or them is going through and showing you the moments that they were talking about. It's like, this is why this was really funny. Why is it that you can only ask 5 questions? You know, things like that. Because it's meant to be new player friendly. You know, it's like the whole point of this whole thing. You watch this really cool movie and you have all these questions, and maybe it makes you interested in playing D&D.
What's also kind of funny to think about is that medallion
more accurately
on, I think, a short or a long rest. So they were out there for a long time with as many dead bodies as they had to talk to.
So, more aptly, rather than jumping into D&D, might I recommend Pathfinder? Because what is the new one? Is it 6th edition now? The new version, and all the shenanigans that Wizards of the Coast is getting into.
I think
you don't want to jump into that drama.
Their 2nd or 3rd edition.
No. I'm not talking about Pathfinder. D&D. Didn't they just roll out like a new edition?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast, I believe, rolled out a new edition, and everybody's like, "Nah, we're gonna stay with 5e."
Yeah,
bye.
Because 5e is that good.
Yeah. Well, it's just. Yeah, it's 6th edition for D&D. That's what I thought. And nobody's liking what they're doing. What Wizards is trying to do, their usage of AI with their stuff. All this is just way too... Ugh. And honestly, I can absolutely understand killing any talk of a Dungeons & Dragons 2 because of simply Wizards of the Coast. No one wanting to associate with them right now. So... yeah, can absolutely understand that. Alrighty, in other stuff.
The really funny thing about Dungeons and Dragons, though, is that you can absolutely do a whole bunch of stuff with D&D and not give Wizards any money.
That's also true. But yeah, all right. So let's quickly talk about this music video from Voice Play. What did you think of it? Were you familiar with Voice Play before you watched this?
Not really. But it sounded good. Like, can't complain.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest checking out more of their stuff, because they've done some real good covers of other stuff. I found them because, like, way back when they did a cover of Cruella de Vil that was like damn good, and I was like really surprised, and then I've been following them ever since. But yeah, they do some great stuff. Also their bass singer, holy crap, dude, like he hit some low notes in the basement that I didn't think humans were capable of.
He just has a deep register.
Yeah, he's got a very deep register. Yeah.
Among that, they also do naturally have to boost bass vocals in just about everything.
Now, the video is kind of paying homage to some of the concepts from the original Michael Jackson video, but I love this. The whole turning into zombies, the slowly the whole time. Guys, I highly recommend checking them out, but obviously this cover, and if you need some more spooky stuff, you definitely want to hear their cover of the Boogie song, the Oogie Boogie Man, because the bass singer is Oogie Boogie, and he is so good. It's so good. Also, they're in the Hall of the Mountain King cover, where they're all demons making a potion. Nice. That's really, really good. Yeah, they do some really. Oh, that reminds me, dude! It's October. Are we getting new Slash Street Boys? Who remembers the Slash Street Boys? I'll kill you that way. I need more of that. I miss the Slash Street Boys. I need more. Come back, Slash Street Boys. But yeah, this is just a fun little thing. I thought it was kind of cool. Just wanted to share it, get some more eyeballs on it. Just want to share the things I like. Any last minute things to say about this before we move on?
Not really.
All right, there we go. All right, so you remember last week when we talked about like that there was a live action Voltron, and we're like, what? Why? Yeah. All right, I still feel like what? Why? But also, before you had my curiosity, now you have my attention. Henry Cavill is set to star in the Voltron live action for Amazon MGM. Yeah,
I call him the Grandmaster Nerd.
He kind of is, to be fair. All right. Henry Cavill, the Superman actor and star of The Witcher, has come aboard to top line in the live-action feature based on the mecha anime that Rawson Marshall Thurber is directing. The actor joins Daniel Quintoye, the newcomer who impressed the studio and director with his West End work opposite Tom Holland in the leading role call. Voltron is based on the Japanese sci-fi series Beast King Go Lion and Kiko Kantai Dairuger 15. And of course, World Events edited and dubbed the series as a syndicated show, naming it Voltron Defender of the Universe, which ran in the mid-1980s. Now, guys, there's a difference between Go Lion and Voltron, because it was so heavily edited for the US version that was practically not the same. As somebody who started watching Go Lion, holy shit, the story is way different. The story is definitely more serious. This was not the Voltron I grew up with, and I totally understand now. I like the story. I miss the Voltron music. I need the da 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 da. When Voltron transforms, if I don't hear that, I feel very sad. But anyway, the premise centered on 5 young pilots in a battle lion named Robot Lions, which are vehicles that join together to form a mega robot known as Voltron. Now, of course, I think Super Sentai was out way before Go Lion. But as far as the West knows, this was kind of our introduction into the whole 5 mini bots make one big bot kind of thing.
Sort of like we were 3 small lions coming together to form one bigger lion.
What?
Quote from Deadpool.
But it wouldn't be 3 lions, it would be 5 lions.
Yeah, except in Deadpool, the exact line was 3 because there was only 3 of them.
He did talk about Voltron in the first one, which was even better.
He did.
Yeah.
Because he got a Voltron rig from an arcade.
Oh, yeah.
Because he put balls in holes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what are we going to do with the other 2 minutes and 39 seconds? Cuddle?
Cuddle?
I love how funny they were together. It's great.
They were wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, so the plot details for the new version are unclear. Thurber wrote the script with Ellen Shaman. Producing are Tom Lieberman via Hidden Pictures, World Events Productions Bob Koplar, Thurber and Hobby Films David Hoberman. Cavill also appeared in 2 action thrillers this year, if you missed it. Argyle, which I loved. I thought was actually really good. Like, I get why some people wouldn't like it. Like some of the critics were like, it's too convoluted. It was fun. It was fun. If you're trying to take it seriously, you're out of your mind. It was a fun movie. I loved it. I loved what Henry Cavill did in that. I thought it was great. And then, of course, there's Guy Ritchie's The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which it turns out is based on some true events and is the basis for, I think, the British Ministry of Intelligence. Is it MI6, MI5, MI6? I don't know. I think MI6 is James Bond and MI5 is the real thing, if I'm getting that right. Anyhow, yeah, I haven't watched that yet. It is on my I need to watch list, but I keep forgetting. Who do I want as Princess Allura? Dude, I don't know. I haven't even thought about casting. Once they announce a casting for it, I'll probably start considering who I'd want opposite. Moon, what'd you think of this news? Do you have any thoughts you want to contribute?
Biggest thing, I just need one line. It has to be in there.
And I'll form the head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give the no. I'm kidding.
Oh, win.
No, that's Laura's line. She's like, and I'll give. And it's like, excuse me.
You'll give what now?
I'm sorry,
sorry, I misspoke. Damn.
All right. There's a new book coming out from Tim Burton's Batman universe. Batman Resurrection continues the Dark Knight's tale from the Tim Burton film. Now, this is a sequel to the first film. It takes place in between Batman and Batman Returns. So fans should be able to return to the world of Tim Burton's iconic 1989 Batman film. There have been several iterations and adaptations of Batman on the big screen over the years, but the one that stands out to the majority of fans came when the creative mind of filmmaker Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and Batman, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Batman helped reintroduce the Dark Knight to a larger audience and paved the way for future DC movies. Batman Resurrection is an upcoming prose sequel by New York Times bestselling author John Jackson Miller that follows the story from the Burton film, and we have an exclusive look inside its pages. Comicbook.com has an exclusive excerpt from John Jackson Miller's Batman Resurrection, the first book in a forthcoming Batman duology that is set to be published on October 15th. So in 2 days, guys, we're getting it on Tuesday by Random House Worlds. After the Joker's death, Batman and Gotham City are facing a mysterious new threat, and only the Dark Knight can save the day. The excerpt we have for you today features Batman dealing with some uncertainty as he looks back on the night he faced Joker atop Gotham's cathedral. Batman begins experiencing dreams where he's confronted not only by the Joker, but by Alfred, Vicky Vale, and his deceased parents, Thomas, and I forget his mom's name. It really escapes me. It certainly hasn't been in the cultural zeitgeist anytime soon. Recently.
Martha?
No. Now you get the joke. What is Batman Resurrection about? The Joker is dead, but not forgotten. Gotham City is saved, but it's still not safe. By night, its new symbol of hope, Batman continues his fight to protect the innocent and the powerless. By day, his alter ego, Bruce Wayne, wonders whether there may someday be a future beyond skulking the city's rooftops or the cavernous halls of his stately manor alongside the ever-dutiful Alfred Pennyworth. But even after death, the Clown Prince of Crime's imprint can be seen in more than just the pavement. Remnants of the Joker's gang are leading wannabes fascinated by his bizarre mystique on a campaign of arson that threatens the city. Even as it serves greedy opportunists, including millionaire Max Schreck, remember him from the second movie? The survivors of exposure to the Joker's chemical weapon, Smilex, continue to crowd Gotham City's main hospital. To quell the chaos, Batman needs more than his cape and his well-stocked utility belt. Bruce Wayne is forced into action, prompting a partnership with a charismatic scientist to help solve the health crisis. But as he works in both the shadows and the light, Bruce finds himself drawn deeper into Gotham City's turmoil than ever before, fueling his obsession to save the city, an obsession that has already driven a wedge between him and Vicky Vale. The loyal Alfred, who had hoped Bruce's efforts as Batman could help him find closure, finds the opposite happening. Nightmares begin to prompt Bruce to ask new questions about the climactic events in the cathedral, and investigations by Commissioner Gordon and reporter Alexander Knox into the arsons only amplify his concerns. Having told the people of Gotham City that they'd earned a rest from crime, Batman finds the forces of evil growing ever more organized and orchestrated by a sinister hand behind the scenes. The world's greatest detective must solve the greatest mystery of all. Could the Joker have somehow survived? And could he still have the last laugh against the people of Gotham City? And there we go. A funny thing about Jokers, there's 2 in every deck. Dude, that's a good quote right there. Oh, I like that. Okay. So, guys, what do we think about this? What do we think about this upcoming novel? I will always wonder what Billy D. Williams' Two-Face would be like. Same. I was kind of curious.
Well,
they never did
we did get him a little bit in the Lego Batman.
Yeah, that's so true.
He finally got to experience what it was like to be Two-Face.
Yep. All right. Yeah, Moon, what'd you think after hearing this synopsis?
I think it's very interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there is another Joker. Technically, in canon, there's 3 Jokers in the Batman universe, or the DC universe. So,
and one of them is very much the Jack Nicholson Joker type.
Of course,
that's one of them.
Yeah, because there's the gangster type, the prankster type, and then the absolute chaotic murderer.
Yeah. So gangster type is the Jack Nicholson version. Mm-hmm. Prankster type is kind of more your Adam West era or like Silver Age of DC Comics kind. And then the absolute just pure chaos, that's more kind of like the Heath Ledger merging into the Joker who laughs, or the Batman who laughs, rather. Mm-hmm. That kind of nomenclature. Yeah. So there's 3 different styles of Joker that are out there. Yeah, that it does kind of make sense. But now we're returning back to the Keaton universe. Here's my thing, guys. I know everybody, like, we have Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. Those are 2 separate universes from the Keaton-verse. Like, we have the Keaton-verse, we have the Kilmer-verse, and we have the Clooney-verse. None of them are connected. None of them are connected as far. Those 4 90s, like late 80s and mid to late 90s Batman films, the only 2 that are connected and have one universe is the Michael Keaton stuff, the Tim Burton verse. And then you have the Nolan verse. The other 2, you could call them, did Joel Schumacher do both of those? Even so, if it was like having different actors as the Batman, they are separate universes. That's how I feel about it. Anyhow, yeah, it is what it is. And we're not even going to talk about Flash. But yeah, what do you think about this? Is this a book you're going to read? You want to check it out, whether it's digital or physical? Are you interested? Is this a put in my cart and save for later when I have the money for it? Let us know what you think and what your thoughts are on this particular topic. Alrighty. On to the gaming side of things. Boy, we had a big one drop on us this week. 343 Industries is now no more. They put out a Vidoc talking about how Halo is now moving from the Slipspace engine, which is what 343 was working on for Halo Infinite, and it turned out to be a big reason why a lot of the stuff that they were initially wanting to do for Halo Infinite did not happen, and why there was so much trouble with Halo Infinite was because the studio had to be a tech studio and also a game dev studio at the same time, and the tech was taking up way too much work and it was causing problems. So they dropped their in-studio engine and are moving Halo to Unreal 5, which honestly, in this case, I think is a very good move for them. Also, it's not like they just rebranded the studio with the same people. Let me go ahead and put that baby to rest real quick, because that seems to be a thing that's pervading with certain groups within the gaming community that think that oh, it's just 343 with a new name. No, a lot of the top execs are gone. A lot of the top people in 343 are just gone. People that were making decisions on things like Halo 5, Halo Infinite, things like that, they're gone. So hopefully this is a way for them to recover and get Halo back to what it is. Now they're talking about they're talking about multiple different projects, and they showed 3 different environments that they had worked on in Unreal, and they have created a whole new system, the Forge system within Unreal. And I'm really hoping that, fingers crossed, by 2026 we will get a complete remake of Halo Combat Evolved coming out. Now all of this is running on PS5, just to show you like kind of the beauty of working in Unreal right now is that you get these photorealistic environments, and the cost to your performance isn't hindered. Like, I think that's where we're getting to at this point, where everything, the graphics are starting to hit photorealism. And then, oh, this is my favorite part, the flood environment. It's like, what if there was an environment that the flood just took over completely? I love how this looks. But what I love about this is that the graphics are up to that standard, and now what we're focusing on isn't so much the graphics, but the cost of, like, the performance cost for your PC, your console, whatever you're playing it on. Yeah. So that's where we're at right now with Halo. Their new studio, new people in charge, some of the old school crew there, but mostly on the dev side, not the exec side. And yeah, they said they're working on multiple projects. If you if you heard all the stuff that they had intended to do with Halo Infinite and where they were hoping to go, it would make you very sad, because Halo Infinite could have been so good. And now going back and replaying it as I did yesterday, it hurts more, because I'm having genuine fun playing Halo in Halo Infinite. Like, when I'm just playing the campaign, I'm having a lot of fun. The downside for me was that I never played Halo Wars, so I didn't know anything about the Banished, and I had some people fill me in on that afterwards. But I was like, yeah, who's Atrioc? Why should I care? Who are all these people? It felt to me like they came out of nowhere, and that was because I didn't play the Halo Wars series. So that was my B. But yeah, this is a big, big deal. We now have Halo Studios. No more 343. Now, we talked about this a little bit during the week, but Moon, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. You watched the Vidoc. What did you think?
It looks very pretty, that's for sure.
Well, I mean,
I've
it is
also
unreal.
I've also been playing through the Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yes, I want to play with you.
Okay. Well, currently I am sort of taking a break from the main story, and I got Cursed Minecraft, and I'm just not Minecraft, Cursed Halo, and I'm just fucking around with that.
Oh, okay,
That's fun.
But yeah, I'll gladly play with you. What difficulty are we wanting to jump in on? That's the.
I'll just keep it on normal, because I'm kind of just focusing on story and trying to have fun. That's
okay, yeah. Like, I have played all campaigns on Legendary. I have done. Halo is one of those few games where my first playthrough, I will dive in on Legendary, because I know from experience that there is certain dialogue that changes depending on the difficulty you play on. So I want to play it, and like Halo 2, especially once you get to Johnson in the tank, when he drops off the tank, it's always a different thing. When you're in Legendary,
a tank.
It's like,
he brought me a tank. He never brings me anything.
No,
I know what the ladies like.
It's his whole monologue. You hit Marine? Just like, and I think if you're playing normal, he's like, listen up. The chief is gonna hop into that tank, drive across that bridge, and blow up any inhuman son of a bitch dumb enough to get between him and the Prophet of Grit. Buckle up, Marine. You're going with him. That's the normal version. In Legendary, he goes, now, you hit Marine? Well, then listen up. Back in my day, we didn't have any fancy schmancy tanks. We had 2 sticks and a rock, and we had to share the rock. Buck up, boy. You're one very lucky Marine. I'm like, God damn it, it's so stupid. I love it. I love all these alternate little rants that they did with Johnson. It was great. So yeah, I play it on different difficulties. But yeah, this looks really good. I especially like the look of the energy sword in this that they've shown. And they've got Chief in motion doing things. And I'm like, all right, that seems cool. And this feels like the old, like, Combat Evolved armor. I'm wondering if they actually are making I think it's the, I don't remember which Halo it was. Can somebody let me know which Halo it was that they were on? I think Delta Halo was Halo 2, if I'm remembering right. But which Halo ring was it that they were on in the first game? Because I'm curious about that. I'd also love to see what Reach would look like. And freaking ODST. And we should be getting close to a remake for 3. Remember that Halo 3 released on 360. Like 360 released with Halo 3. That was a big selling point. That was a big reason I remember why I wanted to get a 360 so I could play Halo 3. It's weird to think that 1 and 2 came out on the OG Xbox. Yeah. Which, the one that should have been called Xbox One. And then we could have had Xbox 2, Xbox 3. I think we're on Xbox 4 or 5 right now. I'm not 100% sure. I really don't like the way they did the naming system over there at Microsoft for their Xbox consoles. It's so weird. But whatever. Yeah, I'm hopeful for this. I never wanted Halo to fail. I thought Halo 4 was really good story-wise. I don't like what they did with 5, but I very much enjoyed 6 once I had more context on who the Banished were. Yeah. But like, and 6 had so much potential. Infinite had so much potential that was unfortunately squandered because the engine they were running it in kept giving them issues. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day we'll get a continuation to the story, or they'll just be like, nope, never happened, and only do like remakes of the originals. Who knows? But yeah, we're looking forward to it. Anyhow, moving on to the next topic. All right, Moon, what did you think of this one? Because we're talking about Sony and their artificial, how they're artificially inflating prices, or kind of they're price gouging in a sense. That's what this video was talking about. Did you get a chance to watch it? And if so, what were your thoughts on it?
I thought I had watched this one, but I apparently didn't.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I was going through it while you were
Okay.
talking about the other thing, because you have a tendency to go on.
I do.
But it's awful. Just
You want to explain a bit about what he's talking about right now, though?
essentially, so for Horizon Zero Dawn, this is the only one I've currently heard that is happening to, based on this video. They are kind of hiking up the price of the game.
On PC?
Because it's not on PC.
No, it is. Horizon Zero Dawn is on PC. The complete edition and stuff like that. Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West are both on Steam. I know, because I have one of them and the other's on my wish list.
Then why is Sony trying to raise the prices on their store?
I don't know. I greed? My dude, that's all I could say is like greed at this point. 'Cause holy crap. And it feels like they're trying to raise the prices on all their content. And this is for the digital stuff, not the physical stuff. I could at least understand if you're like, it costs more to have physical than digital. Like, we're a little cheaper on the digital. And it's like, no, my dude. Why are you trying to raise... Like, this is on the PlayStation Store, guys. It's... Like, it's ridiculous how they're trying to finagle this stuff. And just... Yeah. So, we obviously can't go too much into detail on this. It's better to actually watch the video. Once again, Bellular News is one of those that I think you need to subscribe to. Really interesting takes. Of course, he covered recently how Bethesda is just cranking out boring content, especially when it comes to their newest IP. But now we got to move on to some sad news. Guys, Dragon Ball Z narrator, voice actor Doc Harris passed away. He died last, it was last Saturday at age 76. He was the voiceover he was the voiceover actor who was the narrator for the Canadian dub of Dragon Ball Z. He was also in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Monster Rancher, and Mobile Suit Gundam Encounters in Space. Yep. Okay. Did a bunch of different stuff. And unfortunately, we lost another member of the Dragon Ball community. All right, on to some surprising news, guys. One Piece anime's Egghead arc resumes next April. A teaser video from Eiichiro Oda's One Piece manga and its anime adaptation is confirming on Sunday that the anime will resume the ongoing Egghead arc next April. The announcement followed the television broadcast screening of the Monsters 103 Mercies Dragon Damnation anime and the One Piece film Red anime on Sunday evening. In an update, the live streamed One Piece News #1 special confirmed that the television anime is changing what will air in its regular Sunday time slot until March 2025 to recharge the Jump Festa 2025. The Jump Festa 2025 event will announce more details on December 22nd, including the anime's new time slot starting in April. The One Piece fan letter special will instead air next Sunday, followed by a special edition version of the Fishman Island arc starting on October 27th. The abridged 21-episode One Piece log Fishman Island Saga will feature retouched art detailing color shading, lighting, and special effects to previously animated scenes, as well as Dolby Atmos soundtrack. Secret special guest under the name Mugiwara no Ichimi, or Straw Hat Pirates, will sing a new version of the We Go opening theme song sung by Hiroshi Kitadani before. For the special edited version, Be First, a boy band whose members are all self-professed huge fans of One Piece, is contributing the ending theme song, Sailing. One Piece Base, a smartphone app with a manga viewer and other content from the entire franchise, is launching on Sunday within Japan and is slated to release outside Japan in 2025. Fans who scan barcodes from select One Piece merchandise into the web version of the app will receive points for unlocking chapters to read. The app's Nigawe Maker, or Portrait Maker, service will turn fans' facial photographs into art in the style of Oda. Earlier on Sunday, the official English YouTube channel for the franchise streamed a new promotional video for the One Piece fan letter special that will air on October 20th. The special will be based on Tomihito Osaki's One Piece novel Mugiwara Stories short story collection and celebrates the 25th anniversary of the anime. One Piece film Red, the 15th and latest film in the franchise, opened in August 2022 Okay, so this is just backstory stuff now. Update number 2, more information added from Toei Animation's press release and Comic Natalie. Crunchyroll confirmed in a press release on Sunday that it will stream both One Piece fan letter and One Piece log Fishman Island Saga. Source: One Piece film Red airing. Okay, so guys, the One Piece anime is finally going on break. That's what's happening. The One Piece anime is going on break. Oh my goodness, that's so good. But yeah, I need to look that up later. Unfortunately, we didn't add that to the news, but I'll look that up later. But yeah, it's about time. It's better that we don't do filler. Number 1, and number
Please.
2. Number 2, just One Piece anime has needed to go on break for a while. So
I don't
just
think
think
it's
of One
ever
Piece.
had a break.
Not really, no. Just during like certain holidays, like the end of the year holiday, New Year's, all that stuff. I think it's been on break. But yeah, One Piece is very much that old model of we make content, never take a break, and that time is over. That era has ended, and it's about time One Piece got on with that. So, taking a break so that the manga could get ahead and the anime doesn't catch up with the manga or the source material in some case, because I know there's a lot of anime out there that isn't based on manga but on light novels, and that's okay. We're looking forward to it. That being said, I think this is actually a good thing. It's about time that One Piece was able to take a break, give those poor Toei animators a minute to breathe. They do good work. But yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. I was like, what a surprise. One Piece is actually going on break. What the heck? So, yeah, there we go. What are your thoughts on this, Moon?
Thank God. Please let those animators have some sleep.
Yeah, not only that, but you have a chance to actually catch up. You could catch up before April with One Piece.
We'll see.
You're not that far behind.
It's been a bit since I've watched. God, where am I?
You were in Dressrosa last you told me.
Yeah, I think I'm still starting that. Last I left off, they were getting put in suits by the samurai dude.
Okay, so you've so the tournament arc, or Luffy's involvement in the tournament, has moved on. So we're kind of sort of almost at the halfway point of Dressrosa.
Tournament?
Suits. Gotcha. Okay, so you're at the very beginning of Dressrosa. Never mind. Different suit is what you meant. Okay. There's a different set of suits that they get put in by Kinemon later. But yeah. Alrighty. So basically here's where you are in terms of arc. You're at Dressrosa now. Then you have Zoe, Whole Cake Island, Wano, and Egghead. That's it. That's all that's left. I mean, it sounds like it's not a lot, but I mean, Zoe is kind of short, but Egghead takes a while, or not Egghead, but Whole Cake Island takes a while, and then Wano takes forever. It definitely felt like it took forever. But Wano is over, so you can binge through it at some point. But yeah, that's where we're at. Finally, One Piece is on break. Well, it will be shortly. Alrighty. Now, I know this is... I already know the answer to this, Moon, so I'm not going to ask if you watched it. The answer is automatically no. But this was a series that came out this year that I thought was really good. Windbreaker gets confirmed for Season 2 and also reveals a game, more cast and staff, and an April debut. The Tofu Shotengai Halloween Matsuri, or Tofu Shopping District Halloween Festival event on Sunday, revealed the teaser visual promo, new cast member, new and returning staff, and April 2025 premiere for the second season of the television anime of Satoru Ni's Windbreaker manga. The event also revealed the anime's game adaptation. Now, here's the thing. If you're unfamiliar with this series, I gotta highly recommend it. For those of you who know about Tokyo Revengers, I would say this feels kind of like Tokyo Revengers if they actually knew how to fight. Like if they really knew how to throw hands. Like the fighting choreography in this is fucking amazing. So just imagine a school of like delinquents and rejects, right? You're already picturing the typical trope. All right, here's where we turn it on their head. That whole school is one entire gang. They're all one gang, not rival gangs or anything. They all are the same gang, and their whole job as these delinquents is making sure that nobody comes to their city and causes any trouble. They are the guardians and protectors of their city. And they throw hands. Like, holy shit, they throw hands. It's pretty interesting, I gotta say. And the main character is a new guy that just moved into town, and he wants to be the top dog. And he only heard that the school was like full of delinquents, but he didn't realize it had changed over like the last year or two. So he's not ready for what happens. It's fun because he's like awkward and he's used to being like looked down upon and he has a chip on his shoulder, and then he gets here and nobody's doing that to him and he doesn't know how to react. It's like, I'm not used to nice. What is nice? Get the fuck out of my face. Don't give me things. Be mean to me. It's like he's so thrown off his game. It's great. I love it. If you haven't had a chance, please check it out. It's only 12 episodes, so it's pretty quick watch. Moon, this would be where I'd normally ask you what you think, but considering you haven't watched the first season, I don't think I'm going to bother you with this particular one. I did not get a chance to watch the trailer yet. Unfortunately, guys, due to the issues with my sleep and everything that happened yesterday, all of these anime news topics literally just hit. Like I picked them up today, like about an hour and a half before the show. So this is all new to Moon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, Moon, I want you to cover this next one.
All right. Goku gets a new float for the 98th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
They're saying that Goku's gonna appear at this year's parade.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do I really need to read the whole thing? I mean, it's kind of obvious.
I mean, obviously Goku's going to be there, but all right. So it's a different Goku this time. Without getting too much into it, do you understand why they're doing a different Goku than they normally would? And do you understand the significance of this Goku being the Goku they're doing?
No.
Okay, this Goku is doing the goodbye pose from when he said goodbye to everybody before he teleported Cell away. And it's also this Goku kind of looks like he's saying goodbye to Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I did not realize it had been that long. Yeah, Goku's been flying in the New York parade since 2018. Holy shit. Oh, by his Super Saiyan Blue transformation. Oh, his iconic Saiyan form, judging by the flow, appears to refer to his base adult form from beginning. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball is also what's happening. Wow, I didn't realize it was that old.
Damn.
The debut of a brand new Goku giant character balloon at the Macy's Thanksgiving parade during those 40 years. I still think this is kind of an homage of like Goku saying goodbye to Akira Toriyama in a way. Like that, they chose that pose specifically. Like they didn't just pull like a list of images and go, that's the one. Like there was thought and planning put into this. You know, there has to be. But yeah. In the past quarter century, anime and game characters such as Pikachu, Sonic, One Piece's Luffy, and Dragon Ball's Goku have graced the parade. Yeah, that shows you how much anime has dominated mainstream culture over here. Mm-hmm. We got anime and gaming characters flying around in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Does anybody even shop at Macy's anymore?
I haven't.
I just know them for the parade and like the Miracle on 34th Street. That's all I know about Macy's.
I think the real miracle is that they're still around.
Yeah, also true. Also true. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna talk Nintendo in a moment, but I wanted to update you guys real quick. Gentlemen, ladies, gentlemen, they and them. If Nintendo wins its lawsuit against Power World, I think because of the ridiculousness of these patents, I think Ubisoft should turn around and sue Nintendo. 100%. If Nintendo is going to be that petty, then Ubisoft gets to sue Nintendo for taking the map mechanic that they started with Assassin's Creed and that Nintendo used in Breath of the Wild with its towers. Yes, there's not a bird involved this time, but it's the same basic thing. They should absolutely go after Nintendo. If Nintendo wants to be petty bitches, then by all rights, all the other game studios get a chance to do that. Should absolutely have a chance to do that. So 100%, if you want to start shit, you're gonna get hit, is how I feel about Nintendo right now. Nintendo is not in my good graces. That being said, Moon, you can read this one because at least it's something that Nintendo's doing that doesn't piss me off.
Nintendo releases new sound clock Alarmo, which is very interesting. Open your eyes to Nintendo's new sound clock, Alarmo. Nintendo is no stranger to making products outside of video games, having started as playing card producer and then toy maker back in 1889. However, Alarmo is neither a game nor a toy. Announced on Wednesday, Nintendo's new alarm clock features sound from several of its games to help its users wake up for the day. Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo features 35 alarm varieties known as scenes. The included scenes are combinations of sound effects and music from 5 of the most popular Nintendo Switch games: Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 3, Pikmin 4, and Ring Fit Adventure. Owners can set alarms to wake up to music such as Jump Up Superstar from Super Mario Odyssey. There are also sounds of squids and ink splats from Splatoon 3, Pikmin cries, and even Zelda herself saying, "Wake up, Link," which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
There is built-in motion sensor technology that detects and responds to the sleeper's movements. Alarmo can play sounds like coins from Mario if it detects that its owner is still asleep and needs to wake up. Once the owner gets out of bed, the clock will stop the sounds and may even play a congratulations fanfare. If the sleeper refuses to get out of bed, If the sleeper refuses to get out of bed, the alarm plays more intense sounds, with the video's example being a furious Bowser, insisting the user to wake up already. In all of these cases, the user doesn't need to touch the alarm, since it's completely based on the sleeper's movements. However, it's not clear if and how the motion detector accounts for other sleepers in the room or moving pets. The sound clock can also connect to the internet so that Nintendo account customers can download new scenes from other games, such as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Animal Crossing New Horizons, a game that is fittingly already timed around a real-world clock. A record function allows users to see how much they move in their sleep. There are also options for an hourly chime and steady, gentle alarms. The former is the gradually more intense snooze alarm, while the latter offers a more consistent intensity. There is also a button mode for those who desire the traditional physical snooze button slam experience. Finally, soothing music and sounds can be played for bedtime to help the user fall asleep. Alarmo is slated for retail release in early 2025 for $100, $99.99 US dollars. However, Nintendo Switch Online members in the US and Canada can purchase it now should they wish to wake up to Zelda's soothing voice or Bowser's infernal racket.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. Okay.
That's too much money.
I
understand why it's that much, but
my immediate joke here was to go, well, I don't have to get out of bed. My name's not Link. The only feature in this that I think is really, really cool is telling you how much you move in your sleep. That's the cool one.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'd like about it, but like
as somebody who tosses and turns, yeah, that's the only thing. All right, let's talk about this next one. At first, when I read the title, I was like, oh god, no. Aoni Production Agency and Koefont collaborate on AI replicated voice service trained on voice actors. Talent management agency Aoni Production and AI voice platform Koefont announced a new partnership on Monday. The first project under the partnership uses voca data from 10 voice actors, including Masako Nozawa and Banjo Ginga, to create AI replicated voices to use in virtual assistants such as Alexa and Google Assistant, medical devices, robots, and voice-assisted navigation. So that I'm okay with, and that's because, number one, okay, first off, the 10 voice actors approved of the use of their voice, and they're being used for those particular services. So I'm at least a little less upset by this. This isn't somebody coming in and just being like, we have AI, we take your voice. It's like, that's not how this is happening. The AI replicated voices will be available in multiple languages, beginning with English and Chinese. The new project acknowledges the potential threat to performers' rights and livelihoods posed by the use of generative AI and promises that it will not use the voice training data for performances in animations, dubs, or similar works. Which is nice that you promised that, but let's get it in writing. We need legal precedent here, my guy. I'm sorry, as a voice actor that is dealing with this shit through other people or is worried that it could be done to their own voice. This hits a chord that I am strongly on one side of. Sony Music Entertainment previously launched the Yomibito Plus audiobook app in March 2023, which used synthesized voices from Koei Font. The app features classic works of Japanese literature read by synthesized voices of 3 notable voice actors, including late voice actor Kenji Utsumi, Shuichiro Umeda, and Katsuyuki Konishi. Yep, that's it. That is what's going on here. So I'm kind of a little torn on this. Obviously, it's not being used for the nefarious purposes I thought it was immediately going to be used for when I read the headline. But yeah, it's nice that they're making this effort, but until it's a legal thing and not just a promise, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Moon, what's your thoughts? Yeah.
I think having the voice replications is kind of cool, but yeah, it's...
For the devices that they're planning to use them on, I understand, especially medical devices and using them for like voice-assisted navigation, stuff like that. Absolutely understand that. Alexa and Google Assistant stuff, can understand that too. Robots, that could be kind of cool depending on how it's done, you know? Obviously robots need a voice. But yeah, I don't necessarily know. It's one of those we'll have to wait and see kind of ventures, you know? Yeah. Alrighty. On to the next one. Technically our last topic. Guys, if you did not hear, Oshi No Ko manga only has 4 chapters left. The final chapter is scheduled for November 14th. And the next chapter, we're waiting on the next chapter, is coming out in 10 days. The official Twitter account for Aka Akasaka and Mengo Yokuyari's Oshi No Ko manga revealed on Thursday that the manga will end in 4 chapters. The 166th and final chapter is scheduled for November 14th in this year's 50th issue of Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. The 16th and final compiled book volume will ship in Japan on December 18th. The manga is currently on hiatus until October 24th in Japan, 23rd here, when it will release chapters weekly until the end. The manga started its final arc on June 27th. The rest of this, of course, is all backstory. If you don't know about the anime and the manga, and somehow you're listening to us, may I congratulate you on that rock you came out from under? Yeah. That being said, Moon, you're reading the manga with me. I don't know how caught up you are, but
I'm waiting on the latest chapters too.
Okay, so we're in the same place. How you feeling about this? There's only 4 chapters left.
Feeling pretty good. It seems like it's gonna be ending in a good spot.
We are going to do an actual review of like the manga story as a separate thing at some point and upload it, and it's going to have a giant spoiler marker on it. It's like, guys, if you watch the anime and you haven't read the manga, don't click this. Not clickbait. We're talking about the manga. We will be talking about the ending. If you're not caught up, if you're not like, it'll probably be something around like December time, like give it a couple of weeks for everything to have gone through. And yeah, get some of the holidays out of the way, at least the November holidays out of the way, and then We do it at the beginning of December, release it in the middle of December. One thing we can actually release in December that won't get us copyright hit, you know? But yeah, it's sad to see it go, but at the same time, the way that it's wrapping up, yeah, I could totally understand that it only has 4 more chapters. Absolutely. Alrighty. Last topic before we get on to talking about the the Tower of God episode for this week. Obviously, we wanted to plug Yui Kai's channel. If you guys haven't seen, she reacted to our first episode of Logged Horizon Abridged. Obviously, Moon and I were there live when she did it over on Twitch, but it's now up on YouTube for all of the YouTube people to check out. And don't forget to comment that you slapped that ass in the comments for her video, because that, if you listen to the beginning, you will understand it's okay to comment that. Slap the booty. That being said, yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind giving it a watch, giving some of your time and attention to it, even if you've seen it already, and feel free to chat in those comments, help her out with the algorithm stuff. Like, we need help with the algorithm stuff, and ask about each abridged episode. Thank you guys so much. And we're going to move on to our spoilery part of the anime stuff. So if you have not watched the newest episode of Tower of God, we will be talking about that. So we would appreciate if that's audio sources, dude. Come on. A church shop. No, the Discord group. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Alrighty. So the spoiler alert is up, but if you are leaving us now because you haven't seen the episode, we absolutely understand. Thank you so much for coming by, hanging out with us, and we appreciate your time. But that being said, spoiler tag is up. It is time to talk about Tower of God. And lastly, Moon, I think we'll go with what we were talking about this week of just having our other 2 series be the Netflix shows. We'll talk about Ranma and Blue Box, because by the time we're talking about them, it'll only be 3 episodes, so pretty easy to catch up on.
All right.
Yeah. There's no season 1 watching of another show, so we could talk about it. It's just, yeah, it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't mind sitting around and talking anime with you if we want to, like, go through and talk about, like, the anime that you're watching and stuff. Like, if you want to have, like, an actual in-depth conversation about, like, whatever show you're watching in the watch-alongs.
The biggest thing I've been keeping on, well, when it comes to the watch-alongs, that's
yeah,
different. But, like, the biggest thing that I've just been watching on my own has just been One Piece, because,
yeah,
obviously.
there's so much. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about Tower of God. Moon, it should be fresh on your mind.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So, Tower of God, this episode, we kind of picked up where we left off last episode, of course. So we know how the game works, we know the game is going on, and we know who all is running around and doing shit. So we cut back to Endorsi, just stomping on that fucking robot. And we almost forgot, before that, we got to see a wonderful little scene between Endorsi and Bomb.
Yeah.
Long before this happened. This around the time
back in the season 1 days.
Yeah. And Endorsi wanted Bomb to take her on a date, which was so adorable.
Yeah.
Because currently, or at least at that time, the only woman in Bomb's mind was that blonde bitch, Carol. I mean,
Rachel.
Yeah.
See, I know people use Karen as the term. I think Rachel should be the word now.
Oh,
Rachel
no.
should take
I
over
said
for
Carol. I said Carol.
Nah.
Like Carol Baskins.
Oh, no. No, her name is Rachel, and
I know.
Or Rachel. I'm so not getting used to that. Anyway, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, no fucker.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I hate her. Hate her with the
But
1,000 suns.
Directly after that scene, we just cut back to Endorsi stomping on that robot, and then Bomb sitting there like, oh shit, this ain't good.
Also, her shoes. Did you notice her shoes? When she
No,
kicked the robot, she's wearing comfy shoes. Not in heels anymore.
Check that. I didn't think to look at that.
She's
Yeah.
wearing sneakers. She's wearing comfortable shoes. She took his advice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is great. Oh yeah. They were yellow sneakers. I remember that. Yeah, that's wonderful. But oh shit. See, you keep interrupting me, and brain don't function well. That's right. Bomb has to fight her off a little bit, but can't fight her too much, and has to maintain secrecy. He cannot let anyone know that he's there, otherwise his friends die. Yay. Um. So the one guy he was with, sitting there like, "Hey, you got any more explosives? Have anti-tank explosives? Throw them at her." I can't do that. Just do it. So they do. She survives, obviously. And she's sitting there like, who would throw anti-tank explosives at a princess like myself? And it's like, bitch, shut up. You barely even broke a nail from that. And I thought it was funny. While she was getting angry, doing whatever on her phone, 3 more robots popped up behind her that she doesn't even care about because she just killed one by kicking its head in. So, what's 3 more gonna do? Then after that, we catch up with a couple that we haven't seen for a little bit. Fire Dude, who killed his bird thing, and whatever partner he had. They had a run-in with the group. I think somewhere in like episode 4 or 5 of this season. I can't remember. But they're back, and then they try to take someone out, but it's Kun and his group, so he's like 20 steps ahead of everyone.
I love that.
So pulls a fast one on them, and then he's like, okay, so
Kun plays actual 5D chess.
Oh, 100%. I think he may be up at 60. We don't know anymore. But the blue turtle, he has 6 bullets, and I think he actually sent those to the games or to the workshop thing.
Workshop, yeah.
Yeah, which is
the Archimedes.
Yeah, which is very interesting. So we're gonna see why that was at some point. He of course didn't explain himself. When does he? And let's see. After that, trying to remember everything. We have the other princess of Jihad, whose name escapes me. Lizard chick.
Anak Jihad?
Yeah, Anak. That's her. Yeah, Anak throws her spear finally, puts a giant hole in the fucking building where the other group is, the Fug group. And
some of Kun's people.
Oh, yeah. The 2 guys who were just sort of dragged into it are like, what the hell? I think it's funny how powerful the shorter one is and how he tells the other guy not a damn thing until it's too late. He's sitting there fighting back and forth a little bit, dodging every blow, specifically dodging. And then the other guy shows up and is like, what the hell? Anak comes up, kicks him, he blocks it. Short guy there is sitting there like, you're going to wish you hadn't blocked that. What? Why? And he gets sent flying. With explosions. That's the funniest thing. Explosions came out of somewhere. But they fight. Bomb gets to come back, and he has had to fight several people along the way as well. Nobodies, no names, red shirts. And apparently he's been collecting bullets, because he had to stop Anak and the short guy, whose name escapes me, from fighting. And the screen goes black, and we just hear 2 shots. But from the way you could see the angle he was holding the gun, you could see he had 6 bullets. So he could flip it to light mode. So he probably sent them both to the Archimedes as well. So that's how the episode ended.
There we go.
And it was a lot of fun. Some really good action. We're finally getting to the good shit.
Yes. Dude, this episode was exciting. Like, I had fun watching this episode. Like, not that last episode was bad. It was a huge step up from the first half. Mm-hmm. But now that we're in this arc, you could definitely tell, like, this is the arc where things ramp up. This is actually, like, the first big thing that happens in the story is this arc. And there's a lot that's going on. There's a lot of intrigue. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of stuff just all over the place. It's a good time, to be sure. Also, I'm more surprised that Dorsey didn't realize who that it was Bomb based on the ability he used on her. The freezing time thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you were to give this a rating out of 1 to 5, what would you put this at?
1 to 5?
Mm-hmm. Or is it 5 that we do, or is it 10 that we do? I can't remember.
We usually
anymore.
do 10.
Okay, 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Sorry.
But I'd put this up there at like a 9.
Yeah.
It's a great episode.
Yeah, I think this was a 9 too. I agree. This was definitely a really, really good episode. Vast improvement over the previous episodes that had come out. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, that's basically the show. It's so much easier when we only have one show to cover.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was just like, yep, let Moon just go off. He hasn't had as much to do this episode, and just like letting you do the whole description, man. That was your moment. I just let you go, man. Having fun with it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. We will see you next week. We'll have 3 new series to be talking about. Well, 2 new ones, 1 continuing one. We'll still be talking about Tower of God, but we're also going to talk Blue Box, and we're going to talk about the new Ranma series. Now, right now, just to catch up, it's only 2 episodes, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, and they're both over on Netflix, and of course, Tower of God is up on Crunchyroll. Really would appreciate your support, and hey, put in the comments that we sent you, if there are comments available. Does Netflix do comment? No, there's not comments on Crunchyroll anymore. Never mind. You can't put in the comments that we sent you, I don't think. There's maybe a review thing. Like, Crunchyroll took the comments away in the episodes. I don't know if there's a comment thing on the actual main page for Tower of God. But if so, let them know that Fat Dog Studio sent you over. If that being said, we will now wrap things up. So thank you guys so much for coming by and checking out this episode of Anime Church. We really do appreciate it. And of course, we will see you later this evening for solo leveling manhwa readings over on our Twitch channel. Link down in the description if you want to check out that. We are past the anime, just a quick warning. But yeah, guys. We will be doing that, and of course tomorrow we are reading Mushoku Tensei, so if you want to come by and check that out, no spoilers going on there. We're maybe about halfway into season 1 right now, so we're still early on. We're on book 3. They're in the demon continent right now, so if you've seen season 1, you pretty much know where we're at. No spoiler here. We're not getting anywhere. Like season 2 ended at volume 12, so we've got a ways to go. We're about a quarter of the way there. That being said, thank you so much. We will see you next time. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
What?
Moon, you're supposed to do your whole I'm Moonlight Sparks thing.
Oh. Sorry, zoned out a bit.
Clearly.
I'm Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology, and boy, is he telling me to sleep for some reason, even though I've had plenty of sleep. Plays Arceus, though.
And this has been Anime Church, the church where you can cosplay and no one will judge you for it. Take care, and bye-bye for now.